Hey everyone, it's Bitcoin from the Big Chubowski, back for round 2 of this pretty interesting week, fighting Patty Cakes here from the guild 212th Squadron, 547k lifetime score, and Patty here has 3 Galactic Legends, and actually, in my opinion, the strongest combination of 3 GLs that you can have, because Jedi Master Luke is soft countered by so many things, requires the least skill to beat in my opinion, and a lot of the requirements are really pretty useless in my opinion. Whereas Sith Eternal Emperor gives a lot of leverage. It forces me to have one of the very niche soft counters, or I must keep Supreme Leader Kylo on offense against it. I do have him myself, of course, so that does change things a bit, but in general I find this the strongest combination you can have. The only downside of it is no JML means you're not really helping your guild, and that's yeah, important too, I think, if you want to get some good progress across the game. So he's got quite a lot of relics to get these 3 GLs, but other than that I don't think he has too many upgrades. So that makes him fall short a little bit besides the GLs, and it's something that I really wanted to make use of this fight. So what he always does is set all 3 of his Galactic Legends on defense, and it's actually, to be fair to him, it's a viable strategy, especially in 3v3, because a lot of opponents will see that in his history, keep their Galactic Legends for offense, and many times they won't clear. There are sometimes he won't clear either, but in general, if he wins like, let's say 9 or 10 out of the 12 rounds, and doesn't full clear in a couple of them because people set 1 GL on defense and didn't check his defense, then he should still get to Kyber. So it's actually a really lazy way of getting to Kyber, but of course we are having none of that. Before the start of the round, actually, I checked his score that he had, and he had about 4k, so that meant I could see beforehand that he didn't full clear in the first round, and he didn't set any defense and increased his score for the second round. So I knew he was going to repeat his defense with probably 3 Galactic Legends again, and that he did. He put his Rey with a Gear 12 Han, because he doesn't relic him for a JML. Then a couple of other teams here, and in the bottom he has his Sith Eternal Emperor and his Supreme Leader Kylo with Padme. So even the Padme is like, it's like another thing on top. And I kind of already know what he has in the back, I think, if he uses the same as he has been doing for a while. In the past 3v3 season, and also you can see similar stuff in his 5v5. Then I know what he has there, and even that is still quite strong. There are no weak teams on his defense. But as you can see against my defense here, he didn't quite get through, which is as expected. So took 2 attempts on my CLS, 3 on Darth Revan over there, 3 on Hux. Then in the back here, he took 2 attempts on the Wampa Mission Zalbar team. The others were 1 shot, and then he really tried to get through Finn to have cleared at least half the map. And that, my good sir, did not work out. So I don't really know why he sets, or why he insists on setting Han and Chewie under Rey. It's a stronger combination, but if Han is Gear 12, then, I mean, it's okay, but I would personally just go with some of the resistance characters that are available, rather than yeah, nerfing your possibility to kill a team like this, and that's biting him here. But I also know he's not going to do anything to change his strategy for the future, so it doesn't really matter. Then over here he only took out the General Skywalker team, and that's probably what he attacked first out of everything, just to have it out of the way, and then did nothing on the other teams here, as he fell completely short trying to get through the bottom. So I actually went heavier on defense than I needed to, but I did want to account for the slim chance that he would like save 1, like if he would have had 1 GL on offense, for example, then I think he would quite likely have 1 shot most of the board. So I wanted to be ready for that scenario, and looks like I balanced it decently. Now that saves me all 3 GLs for offense, but it doesn't guarantee me a win, because I do need to beat his teams without any mistakes. So I'm gonna get started with Sith Eternal Emperor here, and bring in my Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, who is health modded, but it shouldn't stop him from soloing this guy. And it's better to solo than to bring in additional characters so that you can't get linked. Now obviously GBA is gonna make me waste quite a bit of time, which is annoying, but it's not a problem, because without ultimate there's just no damage on this team to get me down. And that's pretty helpful for me. So I'll do an AoE here, I think. There's not really any reason to Although I might be able to move before GBA here. Let's try that. Think I can move before him? Yeah, okay. So I will do an AoE. Might not kill him actually. And he's gonna bring the Brute back. I don't even need to talk too much throughout this fight. There's like, you could probably autoplay it and you'd be okay. It's just a bit time consuming to try to get through. But eventually I'll get to my ultimate and then there isn't too much they can do anymore. Which is already kind of the case now. Pretty surprised how much I'm resisting from Dooku here though. Because it's not like I have any special tenacity. So, that's them down. And now I can just slowly work my way through this guy. So he's filled up about, what is this, like 5 or 10% of his ultimate? So first GL down, managed to end with full health. So hopefully I can get some decent banners against this guy as well. Then the Supreme Leader Kylo, I have to use JML over there with Jedi Luke. I haven't actually seen any videos of this. I had a look to see if there was anything out there just to get an idea of sort of like what does it look like, especially if you don't have an ultimate on JML like I do. But there wasn't really anything, so kind of surprising. So let's see how this goes. I am faster, which is always helpful, especially because I also ability blocked Hux over there. So I'm gonna put this one down. Kylo Ren unmasked. Try to burn through him pretty quickly. And now I have to start picking them off. Let's do that. Put this on him. There we go. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be pretty easy. Let's put this back on him. Okay, that's starting to look a little closer. Let's heal up a bit. Yeah, not really anything to worry about, essentially. So there's no videos just because it's a bit too easy, I suppose. But, I mean, for a lot of people it's still useful to have seen it at least once and get a good idea of what that fight looks like, if there's anything you should look out for. So next up I'll use JKR against the Padme team. I'll bring in Jolie, I guess. I could do Bastilla as well, but Bastilla is another lead, potentially in the back or to clean something up. So I would rather save that. So Padme is almost faster than me, because I did some remodding and JKR is one of the characters that suffered a fair bit as a result. I can always AoE here because it deals a bit of damage to everyone. That's a lucky dodge. Assist calling does make some sense for turn meter generation, so I do it. And just gonna basic here. Pass over the turn. I should be able to kill here. No crit. But JKR has good damage with the crit damage up. But again, no crit, so didn't quite get there. Just use this to strip Foresight. Okay, that was a bit risky, but I did want to take that risk. Okay, JKR down. Now I might as well strip that Foresight and share this. And it's mostly a matter of cycling back around to direct focus so I can repeat the steps that I just did on Padme. And then in the end, try to stall a bit on GK. If I'm able to do that, then I can recover a bunch of my protection, which would be pretty good. Okay, no crit. That was good. Before I wasn't critting when I wanted to, now I didn't crit. at the right time, so the GK wouldn't taunt. It's also nice that I can keep stealing the protection up for Grandmaster Yoda and sharing it with the others. There we go. So let's take a look at the health and protection. Grandmaster Yoda can definitely get full quite easily. By himself. Well, not by himself, but by being called. I'm not sure I'll be able to get JKR done. My guess is no. He has strategic advantage. So let's call JKR with that. Yeah, it's probably not going to get there, but it's fine. I'm not going to worry about a banner. Let's do this and call him again. There we go. So that's a 53. And that's the first zone down. And with that first zone down, we get to see the back. And it should be Shaq clones, and yep, there it is. Okay, that first order team is different. Usually he used to set, I think it was Phasma. That feels like a mistake, to be honest. And then Finn Heroes, yep. The Night Sisters are there and Shaq. So this is what I expected, no weak teams like I mentioned. I'm kind of thinking if I want to try to get the Finn Veterans team in against... well, it's not Finn, it's Poe Veterans against the Night Sisters. But I'm a little bit concerned about the Plague. It would be a good way to get a lot of kills for feet, but I think I'd rather just get the full clear than risk that. But maybe it's a team I can leave for last and then see if I want to take that risk. Even if I don't end up winning, I could still get quite a few kills just yeah, losing the fight essentially. Maybe. Big maybe. So I'm gonna go for the other wall next then. And I guess just go straight in on Rey. So the plan here is to use Sith Eternal Emperor with Watt. They do have Han and Chewie, but I mean it's just a Gear 12 Han, so he shouldn't be able to kill my Gear 12 Watt. Or get even close, who has 100k health and protection. So not too worried there. I can however add in a tank. So I guess I'll do that. I can add in a Sith Trooper. He'll take a Whirlwind. I think it's probably wasted banners, but I haven't done this before. So might as well play it a little safer and go with these. Okay, and I did consider actually bringing Geobrute Alpha, because that adds 2 characters to the field and that would even reduce the chances of Watt getting stunned further. But even if Watt gets stunned, he just loses that bonus turn that he has, and then it doesn't matter. So since Rey is the fastest character, I'm gonna link her. And I'll also link Chewie because of his assisting, and he does a lot more damage than Han at his relic level. And now it's just a matter of me trying to get to my ultimate as soon as possible and tank a few from Rey. So let's, well, it doesn't matter too much. I don't need to recover protection, so I'm actually going to save that move here. Okay, so she goes for what first? That's... okay. Well, nothing really I need to do here to save my protection. I mean, I can keep him around, I suppose. Might as well. And then the second ultimate will be Sith Eternal Emperor by himself. But he's ready for his ultimate, so I might as well go into that. The last part felt like it went very quick. Alright, so only his protection was stripped there. Let's see what this does. Okay, that's Chewie gone. Now I get to relink Han and Rey. And then I'm just gonna leave Han be. And go straight for Rey. Or I guess I might as well attack Han. Though I would kill him. It's fine. I don't kill him, it's the lifeblood. But double counter, okay, never mind. I'm fine though, there's no way for Rey to kill me. This is a 170k health, I think, Sith Eternal Emperor. So if you add in the unique at Relic 8, he has like 300k health. That's before the protection, I believe. So here he's down to about half. Hopefully I can get my health back to full, but I'm gonna take a wild guess and say no. Yeah, not close. So that's 46. It's probably the lowest banners I'm gonna get here, but you can't really complain when you take out 3 GLs. Even if I wouldn't have kept all of them, and like said, one of them on defense, as you can see here, I didn't really need General Skywalker on defense. So even if I would have broken him off and saved him to counter one of the GLs in some combination, then I could have still cleared. So even a person who has 2 GLs against this 3 GL on defense guy, they can still win by setting just a lot of decent teams on defense. Alright, let's go on. So against Grievous, I'll use my Night Sisters. And this is a counter I haven't really gotten to do a whole lot. Usually I have other stuff against Grievous. In this case, JKR against Padme was quite a bit nicer. So let's try the next fight. And let's see how much we can hit on his Magna. There's no crit avoidance from B1. 108k, I'll take it. And that immediately maxes Talzin Stir Meter. And instead of killing off Magna here, I'm going to try to kill both at the same time. With an AoE that's probably coming up soon. It's probably not going to work, but I might as well give that a shot. He's marked now though. This should get me close. Okay, and here it comes. That is perfect execution. That is so beautiful. I'm gonna revive here. I don't really care for the Death Storm too much, because I'm gonna get full control here. With the stun. And the kill. That was more beautiful than the 3 GL fights combined, if I may say so myself. It's yeah, it's tricky to line them up, but a gear 12, knowing the damage of my spirit, it's pretty doable. Cool. Go for the... So the Padme team, sorry, what am I saying? The Night Sister team, that one I guess I'll use my Padme on. I can go with something lighter, but then again I do have to beat Shaq Clone still, so I kind of like my Padme over there. And then do something lighter against the Night Sisters, but what exactly, that's a bit of a question mark. So we've got Relic 4 Daka, which is... It's got a lot of good mods, crit avoidance as well. So my initial thought was to go with Bounty Hunters, but I'm not confident that they have the damage and control needed for me to beat this. I think I'm willing to give it a try though. I might not one-shot that as a result, but I think I'd like to try. And mind you, my Bounty Hunters are weak. So Django is an option just to essentially control their health, like to keep it down with the burning. And he has permakills. Boba doesn't have those, but he can hit quite a bit harder. And then Dengar to me feels really important to keep healing back to full. So it's like, yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one. I can also do Boba and Django, but I'm not sure if combined they have enough debuffs to control the field. But I think this is what I'll go for. Could be a mistake. I give it a pretty low chance of success, to be honest. But maybe it's interesting. Another option I considered was some troopers, but I think, yeah, they have 3 stunners on the team. Probably not an amazing idea. And actually considering those stunners, I think it's better if I swap out Boba for Dengar because of his tenacity up. So this, I mean, like 2 gear 11s and a gear 12 up against 2 relic 4s. Probably a terrible idea. Let's try. I just want to, like, I also want to see what are these guys capable of. In 3v3, I don't really have a good benchmark. So the goal for me will be to get rid of Asajj first with a permakill, but the contract's also pretty valuable. The only downside is if I get Spirit, the weakest character, under max health, then my boss won't keep taunting, and that's a bit risky. So I'm actually going to go for Asajj first, as crazy as that seems. Stun Daka to prevent some of her stuns, and then start burning. And then she becomes the weakest, which actually allows my taunt to be stripped. How come she lost so much protection there? That seemed a bit strange. Heal back to close to full. I guess it was the detonators, I just never really saw them go down. So I can get the kill on Asajj here because Daka just tried to revive or heal. And of course it's a dodge. If that costs me the match, I'm gonna be very pissed. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, okay, she's back. And now it's not looking as good. And I'll have to get her under control quickly. Or her damage will start ramping up a bit too much. Hopefully Django can get the killing blow here. I think he did. So quite happy I ended up going in. Even if I don't make it, this gives me a really good idea of the strength of my bounty hunter team in 3v3 against a composition like this. I think the burning's gonna pick her off here. Or that. So no debuffs, kind of a waste to do that, but you know, 53, I'll take it. That EP team is also not to be underestimated. Don't really get to fight Relic 7 Vader on defense a lot. So I'm definitely gonna have to think about that one carefully. So Padme, let's see, it's Echo and 5s actually, it's not. Ah, so I feel like he did change one thing from the past. He would always set Arc and Echo here. So he didn't have 5s. Because I believe he tried to do a General Skywalker mirror and got pretty low banners for it. I'm not quite sure, I didn't catch anything of that, but... okay, given that it's 5s, I think I'll stick with... I can save GK, I think. It's gonna make more sense. Yep. Considering there's no arc, there's less dispel, so that makes things a bit easier for me. And I'm counting on losing all of my protection anyway, so that's quite alright. "12 stacks, that should kill 5s. There we go. Another thing I quite appreciate about 3v3 is that the fights can be just nice and short. Don't need to overthink it, don't need to play it for too long. Let's take a look here. 300 speed, okay. That's gonna be something. Without CLS. I do have Han and Chewie, but not sure what no CLS is gonna bring me. So for the leader, I can do Rolo. And then Han and Chewie. The alternative is to go with Kira. I also like Kira, but just slightly concerned that if they get any attacks in on her, that it might not look too good for me. She does get guard from Chewie, so that helps, and I like her stagger. So I think I'll probably end up going with her as the original plan. I think she has a decent amount of potency. So let's try and see what happens. So very important to stun the right fin. This is the stagger. I could also call an assist and just definitely finish him off, but I think I prefer the stagger because look at how far this guy is in there. And I actually target him as well so that Chewie potentially hits that stagger. Yes, perfect. Felt a bit risky. It probably was. Let's control him too. But paid off. And no turns from their side. Beautiful. Yeah, the safer play would have been to go directly for Finn there and ensure that he's dead. But this was the full banner play. Alright, let's go back over here. So what do I have left? I've got my own EP Vader. I have something with Thrawn. Let's see, I've got Geos. There are still some toys left, but oh yeah, Rage Jedi Training as well. So I'm thinking Rage Jedi Training against the First Order is going to make a lot of sense. There's no Phasma, so critting them is pretty easy. So that's kind of a no-brainer. Then again, if I use Rage Jedi Training, I won't really have a leader for the veterans. Other than Poe, of course, but I think I'll just go with this. So lots of firepower on their team. Not to be underestimated. And I think I want to control Kylo Ren here. I don't really have to hit him. So dazing him doesn't really do much for me. Then again, this guy is going to cleanse him. So there aren't really any good answers. But I think I'll control Sith Trooper. Okay, now we try to get a stun on him. Stun is tempting. Let's stun. But didn't get it. That's so lame, you know, the 15% base resist chance. That's gonna make this fight last a lot longer. But what are you gonna do? Probably a good chance I lose R2 in this one. Does he have days still? He does not. Okay, I'm gonna ignore him for now then. And put this on Rage Jedi Training. And get rid of that very annoying Retribution. I'm only gonna have one character with full banners here, but it's okay. There's not really any way for me to stall it at this point, and I don't really want to either. So 52. With just 2 teams to go. So my backup... So what I want to do here is Kylo Ren can solo this, the guy that you just saw in the lead. So that's probably what I'll do. And before that I can try the veterans, so I'll do that first. And that gives me EP, Vader, and I guess Thrawn against these. So goal is to try to get rid of Sith Empire Trooper first. So that I can fracture their Vader. And he has... I do have to think because he's got defense up. That's actually not so great. I can try and start with the Force Crush here, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough debuffs to fill me up. So that feels like a bit of a gamble. I think I need to go for it though, otherwise I won't have the damage. So let's try. Okay, it did work. Good. Let's see if I can get the kill. Didn't get it. But his final ability block will get me there, so that's good. It's not even going to be an ability block, it'll be a Force Crush. Then I can kill off Vader. And I think Thrawn here... I mean, Vader, he's going to count as full banner, so that's good. Alright, nice. So glad I started with a Force Crush, otherwise I would have just bled banners on everyone, I think. Alright, that's fleets. So interesting as well is that he always puts his Negotiator on defense, and that's one I really don't understand. If you're going to put 3 GLs on defense, then why put one of your better fleets as well? Like, shouldn't the GLs decide the match, essentially? So over here I might drop a battle, but considering how I did on the rest and how much I have left, I'm okay with that. one thing I could have maybe considered is not using Thrawn in the previous fight and saving him for this. Another thing I can also consider here is using Geobrute Alpha. My main concern in this fight is Plague. I just need someone to heal from that, so what if I just bring Barriss? That's also an option. Barriss lead, constantly keep them full. Maybe. Just a thought, I don't really know if I have any other healers. That could potentially help me out. Where is he? There. So Barriss might be a good shot. They don't really have much damage. Let's and she doesn't have much damage. That also helps, because typically with these feats my main issue is actually my inability to get kills with the actual characters that are supposed to get the kills. Yeah, let's try. Might as well. So let's do this nice AoE here. This is gonna take a while. I should try to not talk too much and just play it at a good speed. And see if I can get some kills on zombie, but I'm starting to question the kills on zombie part already. Because this is a Relic 5 zombie. So we'll see how far I can get. Every time I have Plague, I'm just going to use the heal. I could have done the AoE there. But that's fine. About to get the first kill of the fight. Exciting. Ooh, almost got... what's that one on the right there called? Acolyte down. And the staggers are certainly going to help me, so... The thing that was the bane of my existence in my last round... It's gonna help me out in this fight. It looks like just with the health steal I'm actually okay to heal the veterans, so Barriss was probably not needed. Not sure I can get the kill on Acolyte though. Like, Han gets somewhat close, but not quite there. And Chewie doesn't do AoE damage. Okay, second kill. Yeah, Barriss is actually gonna go down. That's, oh, nice. That was a beautiful hit. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it here, I think. Without Barriss's healing, like, I can talk like they can heal themselves, but actually it's Barriss's lead as well that kept healing them, so that's what helped them out. Maybe I can still get a kill here. I mean, I think I got like 4 kills here or something. It's going to be at the cost of 20 banners, but I feel like there's almost no way for me to get these feats done. So that's why I took the gamble here. Let's see how many I got. 3. So yeah, I mean, if this is what I have to do, then I'll do it. For the, what was it, 250 banners? Yeah, I mean, that's worth dropping 20 for. Especially if you can afford it, so let's clean this up. If I can, anyway. Yeah, that looks pretty doable, wouldn't you say? Oh, this guy. I mean, I suppose I could have sent him in, but I feel like he has too much damage. Although maybe it wouldn't have been a bad idea. Actually, thinking back of it, that was a mistake then. Because I could just keep him basicking on zombie, or doing specials to heal, let the others get some kills. That would have been way smarter. Well, lesson learned: if you're still trying to do the feat, you come across a team like this, use Kylo Ren and the veterans in it. And just waste Kylo Ren's time on zombie quite a bit, get the kills with the veterans where you can, and when they eventually die you can finish it off. So sometimes you learn after the fact. this is one of those times, I guess. Don't really need that many reinforcements, I think. Let's do it anyway. Could have actually put Rex in the starting lineup. That's actually better, considering both of their ships will probably do a fair bit of damage if I don't land offense down, which I did not. But this works, because now I'm going to put buff immunity over here, and then my Y-Wing is going to pick off there. Or not. Thought I was going to get him, but I did not. Alright, bring in blow, put up the taunt. Yeah, this fight's gonna drag out, so I'm glad I brought the extra reinforcement. I'll probably need it at some point. If Anakin would not have his loyalty now, I'd feel confident I don't need it, but he does have that, so that's one kill. Bah. Gross. I'm gonna bring in Rex here, I think. Yep, I need to heal my Anakin. Because theirs is about to pick me off. Man, this fight is turning so disgusting. Pretty annoyed with it. He had healing immunity. Wow, did not see that. Whoops. So let's go for their Anakin with one whole ship assisting. Amazing. Might as well try and get Ahsoka down, but this one's looking really ugly. Which it really shouldn't, to be honest, because it's a very easy lineup. So I feel like I'm unnecessarily throwing this. Let's do the ultimate, at least get one or two ships down before they get yet another revive thing going. Or a loyalty. So yeah, I did come down to Ahsoka. But hopefully now okay. Unless 5 says, ooh, okay. Offense up on her. Let's try and get the tank out before that one gets loyalty. Like the choice is you can spend some time on the Y-Wing, or on 5s I mean, but then just before you kill him, the loyalty takes over and you don't quite get there. I'd rather get the tank out and then take care of him next. Okay, hopefully I can keep 5s alive still, but I'm not counting on it. Keep the crit immunity on him. I'm sure I made some mistakes in the fight. I think me assuming that Anakin would lose his loyalty there at the start was actually the main mistake. Well, there we go. 55. Gross, but, you know, got it done. He didn't even get to my fleet, so it's more banners than he got. And finally, the last fight. It's not gonna be amazing banners, but, like, in general, I mean this whole round. But what are you gonna do against 3 Galactic Legends? I mostly did good, I think. This was the biggest banner drop. Should have been like 10 more. Alright. Cleanse. This guy. Hopefully I can pick off Vader before he gets too many hits in. It's one down. Might as well bring in Spy. Unnecessary to bring him in the first place, but... Ah, beautiful. Keep going. Oh yeah, dodges and stuff, right. I hate this ship. I bet it gives every long-time player PTSD to fight that thing. Taunt on that thing that is just evil. There we go. That's a bit better, 65, so final score, of course I dropped some intentionally in the back, 26-33, so if I wouldn't have wasted this one, 26-53, which I'd be very happy with. I'm also happy with this. So looking forward to the final round. I think both of the other candidates, let me check real quick, have 3 GLs. Now this guy has 2. So it's going to be either Ace from GSF Omega or Slavine from Out the Window, which is a good guild name, I think. And he's got 3, so we'll see which of the 2 I end up fighting. Looking forward to that match, and see you all soon.